Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Mr. Flatface, the man of many faces, and even more opinions, and I always have an opinion when it comes to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2022 edition. This game is all over the place. It's either fun or it's not. You're either having a great time or you're having the worst time of your life. Last night was one of those nights where we were having the worst time of our lives. Nobody was moving. We played like 10 games and just gave up because every game was just going to the time limit. Why? Nobody wants to move. We've already established that on the channel. What I want to talk about today is solo play dead when it comes to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Can you play solo and have fun with the current Sbmm and the current meta of just not moving? And I just want to know where you guys stand on that. Are you guys having fun playing solo? Do you play solo? I don't play solo personally. I prefer to play with a team. Loading in solo it's too grindy, it's too sweaty, it's too all over the place. And I have a perfect example of that right here. Now, already you can see something wrong here. I am second from the bottom. I joined the game late. There was already a VTOL. Me and Johnny Taco kind of just got destroyed here. He did a little better than me, but he didn't leave the dome underneath there, so he didn't get killed by the VTOL a bunch. Granted, I still sucked. But let's enhance the image. On the left, you can see a bunch of guys that all beat the living crap out of us. You can see their levels are relatively close, and you can see that one guy's a Twitch streamer. Hey, you. These guys are really chill. I guess the guy on the bottom team was killing them nonstop and throwing smoke, so there is that. At the end of the game, the guy kind of went off about it. But let's enhance a little further. Look at all those kills there. We got 19, 17, 16, 15, 15. That's awfully close together.
That's an awfully hot coffee pot.
It's almost like all these players are of the same skill level and that they were match made to be of that skill level. I wonder if I had joined the game on time, if our side of the scoreboard would look the exact same. My guess would be yes. This is exactly what I was talking about in yesterday's video with the skill-based matchmaking being too tight. The guy who went 19 kills also went 15 deaths. That's almost 1 for 1. The guy who went 17 kills went 12 deaths. That's almost 1 for 1. 16 and 9, that's all right. That's almost 2. 15 and 16, that is almost 1 for 1. That's pretty much 1 for 1. 15 and 26, he was TKing. They've already said that, and they established that at the end of the game, so we can't go off his score. So basically, they spent the whole game getting 1 kill and dying, which to me is not fun. But according to Activision, it is fun. We, the gamer, all want to just sit here and get 1 for 1 trade. Interesting. Now, what does that have to do with solo play, Mr. Flatface? Well, you see, there's no Tourney on the team. There's no Coco. There's no Timber X. There's no Bugs and Beards. There's no Dingus. There's no Yeats Bigley. There's no Dongleberry. With that being said, that would mean that I'm playing solo. I never do that. I was actually trying to get some actual B-roll footage for another video I'm working on, Al Bagra Fortress map dissection, trying to show you guys why you guys get spawn trapped on that map constantly. And I've been working on it for 3 days. But I needed more B-roll, so I hopped on and I was like, I'll get into a match. We'll see how it goes. And then this map popped up. I was like, oh, I like this map. I actually really like Hydro. We'll play it out. Oh my God, was I wrong? It joined in. It said that I joined halfway through the match. VTOLEd in the sky absolutely got wrecked. Finished off the game and I look at the scoreboard and I go, that's what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about when I said that solo play is almost impossible. Now, what I mean by that is that you can't get on after a hard day's work or, maybe you just wanted to relax on a Saturday or Sunday. You can't get on and just have fun. You can't have casual fun. That's no longer allowed in Call of Duty. No. What you have to do is be the exact same as everybody else with very little variation to it. There's no longer dropping a 20-1 game on another team. No. That's not allowed. You have to constantly be equal. Everyone has to be the same. No hurt feelings here. If you dropped a 20-1, that means somebody on the other team went 1-20, and that's not allowed. They can't die for 20 times. They can't do that. No. Everybody needs to be the exact same. So what the game does is they go, hey, you're too good. We're going to put you in a lobby that's the exact same as everyone else. So then you can go 1 for 1. The only way that Call of Duty is fair is if you get 1 kill and then they get 1 kill and then the game's finished 199. But there's no real losers because it was really, really close. It could have gone either way. They do this because they don't want the new player to end up getting, wrecked. And then they don't want to play their game anymore. But they also don't incentivize getting better. They've done things like take the death toll out of this scoreboard so nobody else in the game knows who's dying a lot until the very, very end when you get about 10 seconds to talk. They've done other things like introducing skill-based matchmaking so then, if you are a bad player, you only go against other bad players so you don't actually know you're bad. No. You can't know you're bad. We're just going to not tell you and we're going to put you in these bad player lobbies. So then they did things like get rid of lobby leaderboards so you couldn't see, oh man, XX super cool guy XX is the best player in this lobby. I'm going to watch out for him. No, they got rid of that because they can't have that. There can't be a stigma around being the better player in the lobby. No. They made it so that you can't be better. You can't feel better unless you go join the CDL and you go and actually play competitively. You're not allowed to know you're better than somebody. They punish you for being better than somebody else by doing things like making score streaks incredibly hard to get, but very easy to take down. That way, there's no incentive to grind out 15 kills. No, no, no. If you get that Juggernaut, it's going to die in 3 hits. No worries there. They did things like getting rid of the lobby leaderboard so you couldn't have that stigma of going, wow, I'm better than everybody in this lobby. I worked hard, I practiced, I trained, I did whatever you want to call it, and now I am better than everyone in this lobby. Out of everyone in the world that could be playing right now in this lobby, I'm better than everyone that's here. I'm better than 11 other people in the world. You can't do that no more. No, no, no. They buried your statistics way in all these menus so you can't see it anymore because they don't want you to know that you're better than everyone. They don't want you to feel good. No, they take that away. Instead, you get lobbies that all feel the exact same. You get players that all play the exact same. You get maps that are incredibly boring and absolutely harbor people sitting in corners. Also, you can just finish off a game at the exact same point that you left off. Then you're going to follow that up by loading up another round. And all that's changed is the venue that you're at, the map that you're playing, and it's going to be the exact same outcome as it was before. You're either going to win or you're going to lose, but it's going to be extremely close in a close game, and everyone gets a good pat on the shoulder and says, good game, but now you get in that locker room, get ready for the next one. The problem with this, as a solo player, is these games are not fun. The only way to have fun is to join a team, to play with other players who are of varying skill levels. That way the SBMM will balance itself out. You can't do that in solo players. If you're a 1 KD player, have fun with your 1 KD lobbies where everyone gets exactly 1 KD plus or minus a few. But it'll all balance out because in the next game, they're going to do that plus or minus better. Unfortunately, this is the state of the game that people seem to want and enjoy. I've seen arguments on the fence for both sides, and I'm on the side that SBMM should be in the game, but not as strict as it is currently. But I really struggle to see the side of the argument from the casuals, and I'm putting that in quotation marks, who say, I like SBMM because it allows me to relax at the end of the day. What part about going 1-1 is relaxing? What part about doing slightly better than 1-1 is relaxing? I don't know what you qualify as a casual player, but I qualify a casual player as somebody who doesn't get paid to play the game. And the majority of us don't get paid to play the game. So that means the majority of us are casuals. There will be people who are better than you. It doesn't make them sweats. It just means they're better than you. And there's going to be people that are worse than you. It doesn't make them a worse person. It just means that they have room to grow. The problem with the current state of the game is that as a solo player, you can't grow. You're just going to go against people who are the exact same as you. Look at that lobby scoreboard again. The difference between the best player on their team was 4 kills. Between that and the last player on their team, their worst player, the one they said was TKing the whole time. The guy they complained about for being their worst player only had a difference of 4 kills between him and the bottom guy. Do you think that's fun? I'm directing that question to the people who argue that SBMM is good for the casual player. When I look at that, I don't see fun. I see a bunch of carbon copies of each other. The only difference between Best Frankie and Jack Farrow is Best Frankie got 4 more kills. Somebody got a VTOL in that game. I don't know who because I wasn't there for it. And they did slightly better than the guy who was TKing and killing himself the entire time. Obviously, he's reverse boosting. I don't even have a question in my mind that Jack Farrow is reverse boosting so he can get into the lobbies that are actually fun. Do I agree with it? No. Will I do it? No. I'm going to sit here and grind it out like the rest of you, but I'm going to make videos about it and complain. And you're either going to like it or you don't. But the joy in the world is that I get to do it. I get to express my rant and I get to express my feelings and make myself feel better. And at the end of the day, that's what matters to me. As a person who doesn't have many friends, solo play used to be the option for me. I used to be able to get on and sit back and join 5 other random people and enjoy my night. That's not a thing I can do anymore. I can't get on and join 5 other people. Why? Because it doesn't give you enough time to damn well talk to them to get to know them. The UI at the end of the game is impossible to figure out, and half the time your recent players list doesn't even update. You have people that you haven't played with ever, and God forbid you join a Warzone game and all of a sudden you got 150 other names you got to sort through. Solo play is effectively dead, and you can't convince me otherwise. SBMM has single-handedly killed it. I cannot fathom getting on tomorrow and playing games by myself. I would rather go do anything else other than that. And it's not because I want to play it with other people. I would enjoy sitting down quietly playing by myself. I would. But I also don't want to just get crapped on the entire time or do as good as everyone else. You know, the world champion of wrestling is the world champion because he's better than everyone. The best NHL team gets a Stanley Cup and the best football team gets whatever the hell they get. I don't watch football. Right now, we have the World Cup going on, which is to decide who's the best World Cup player? Who's the best soccer player or football, depending on where you're from? Yet we can't even get on to a game that we purchased and be able to sit here and figure out who's the best between us, the casual gamers. You guys make it seem like just because Sbmm is in it that you never go against pros. No, you do. They just reverse boosted. They come down to your lobbies to shit on you and then move up to their lobbies again. Ain't no one out here dropping 40-0 in their own lobby. And ain't no one going 0-40 if they're in their own lobby. Sbmm is a joke. Solo play is even worse. You get punished for being better, and that should never have been how any game has ever gone ever. I don't know at what point us, the gamers, decided that we'd let a company decide what kind of experience we got to have. Oh, go buy a different game. What game? Battlefield 2042? That did shit because you also got money hungry, and they decided that skins were more important than actual gameplay. What other game on the market does what Call of Duty and or Battlefield does? None. And guess what's wrong with both these companies? They're money hungry. They don't give a crap that your Sbmm is here. You know what they're going to do? They're going to sell you a solution to a problem that they made. Rather than weakening Sbmm, they're going to do things like accidentally, in quotation marks, break a gun. We didn't know that that gun we put in the item shop is 100% broken. We didn't know that. But if you purchase it, we'll let you have it for 2 weeks, and then we'll put in a new gun that's broken. And we'll rinse and repeat that cycle. That's what happened for the entirety of Modern Warfare 2019 and Cold War, as well as Vanguard. The guns that came out of the Battle Pass and the guns that came out of the store were broken, which alleviated the problem of Sbmm. It's pretty hard to have skill-based matchmaking when I can shoot through walls or accidentally have wall hacks because this gun pings everyone. You're seeing it right now happen in Warzone and as well as DMZ, where guns are broken. There's an infinite money glitch on DMZ, and you have that weird gun glitch where you can shoot through like a million layers of walls as long as you do this exactly precise movement. Hell, the movement mechanic's broken. If you need tac sprint and you run out in Warzone, I got you. Just melee. Use your tac sprint, melee, and you got infinite tac sprint. Congratulations, you can now run forever because I told you about a glitch in the game that they left there. We all pretend and act like this isn't intentional. It is intentional. They intentionally make the matchmaking hard, so then you'll purchase these broken guns. They intentionally put you in games that are well outside your skill level, so then you get crapped on and you want to purchase these games. Not games, but guns. You get what I'm saying. They will also do the reverse. Oh man, you've been getting crapped on for a while. Maybe we'll put you into a really body lobby, and you'll get an absolutely insane gameplay, and you'll feel really good about yourself. That way you don't leave before we update the cash shop. This is where we've become. We've let game companies curate gaming experiences for us and then say that it's for the betterment of us. We introduced skill-based matchmaking because we didn't want you to feel like you weren't doing good enough. But then we constantly break the game, so then you constantly get crapped on, and then we can sell you guys the solutions. Solo play's dead. You can try to convince me otherwise down in the comments, and I'm always here to listen. I won't ever berate you for sharing your opinion. It seems how you sat here and listened to mine. And if you bring up a good point, I'm more than happy and more than willing to accept that. But anyways, I've been your host, Mr. Flatface, the man who does not play solo Call of Duty and has many opinions on solo gameplay Call of Duty. And this has been my rant on solo gameplay Call of Duty. If you enjoyed the content, then please leave a like. And if you agreed with the content, then please leave a like. As well as maybe consider subscribing while you're there, as it really helps to go a long way with the channel. And also, I'd like to wake up and see that the channel's growing. You guys have been killing it. I've been growing slowly but surely every single day, and I'm loving that. Like I've always said, I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it to have an experience with everyone else and to share opinions and learn and not stay inside my own echo chamber. And then speaking of echo chambers, don't let me sit in my own skill-based matchmaking echo chamber. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I hope to see you guys in the next video, which I've been working incredibly hard on. I'm really trying to get this down and make it make sense. Getting spawn trapped is actually the most infuriating thing, but also the most rewarding thing when you get to do it. And if I can make this video right, then everybody should be able to understand how to do it on Al Bagra Fortress. So until the next one, I'll see you guys later. Bye.